Let's uncover the truth about Shakespeare's fatal bellman. In his famous play, Macbeth, Shakespeare uses the term fatal bellman to refer to owls, linking them with themes of death and foreboding. This intriguing phrase draws from a tradition where a bellman would ring a bell to announce the coming of death, calling for prayers for those about to pass away. Owls, often seen as mysterious and eerie creatures of the night, were associated with omens and misfortune in many cultures. By labeling them bellmen, Shakespeare heightens the atmosphere of doom in Macbeth as characters grapple with guilt and treachery. This connection suggests that the hooting of an owl was not just a mere sound, but rather a chilling reminder of mortality lurking nearby. So next time you hear an owl's call, think of the weight of Shakespeare's words. Could it be a warning from the beyond? Did you know Viagra helps babies too? Sildenafil, commonly known as Viagra, is famous for treating erectile dysfunction in adults, but its benefits extend to infants with pulmonary hypertension. This condition occurs when high blood pressure in the lungs limits the oxygen flow to a baby's body. Sildenafil works by relaxing the blood vessels in the lungs, which improves blood flow and enhances oxygen delivery. This unexpected use of the medication highlights how versatile and important some drugs can be in pediatric medicine. When routine treatments aren't enough, innovative solutions like sildenafil can make a life-saving difference. It's incredible to think that a drug initially designed for adults is also helping tiny patients breathe easier and thrive. Understanding such surprising applications can change the way we view common medications and their potential impact on health. This might surprise you. Bjork's choir of robots. In a fascinating blend of technology and art, the Icelandic singer Bjork took musical performance to an extraordinary level by collaborating with a choir of robots. These robotic singers, designed with cutting-edge technology, showcase Bjork's avant-garde style and creativity. Imagine thousands of tiny voices synchronized perfectly, generating a rich tapestry of sound that traditional choirs could only dream of achieving. Bjork, known for her innovative approach, often defies musical norms, and this performance was no exception. By infusing robotics into live music, she explored themes of connection and disconnection in our modern world. The event not only entertained but also sparked conversations about the future of music and technology. Could robotic choirs perform alongside human artists in the future? With Bjork leading the way, the possibilities seem endless. Did you know about the lost land of Florence? In 1440, a peculiar treaty emerged between the Earth and Florence, leaving one surprising detail unaddressed. A tiny piece of land became unclaimed. This oversight allowed the inhabitants of the area to assert their independence, creating a unique micronation that thrived for nearly 400 years. Imagine living in a place where your community decides its own rules, separate from surrounding powers. These self-declared citizens built a vibrant culture, developed their own traditions, and crafted an identity that set them apart. As centuries passed, the world changed around them, yet this little enclave remained steadfast in its autonomy. It wasn't until modern times that the situation was resolved, but the legacy of their independence lives on, a testament to the spirit of community and self-determination. Who knew a small oversight in a historical treaty could create such a rich story? Ever wondered why Mexico's Moon Lake never fills up? This fascinating lake holds a mysterious secret. It never completely fills, no matter how much rain falls or water flows in. Located in Mexico, Moon Lake has a remarkable underground drainage system. This unique feature allows water to seep out through cracks in the earth, which stops the lake from reaching full capacity. Imagine a giant bowl that never quite overflows. The water level may change with rainfall, but it quickly recedes as it drains away below the surface. This phenomenon can leave visitors puzzled, as the lake appears large and deep, yet never maintains a full state. It is a perfect example of how interconnected nature can be, revealing the magic of underground water systems that often go unnoticed. As you explore the beauty surrounding Moon Lake, consider how such unusual characteristics shape ecosystems and influence the wildlife that inhabits the area. So the next time you find yourself at a lake, think about what lies beneath the surface. Who knows what else is going on under our feet? you know bookworms are real insects? The term bookworm isn't just a charming nickname for avid readers. It refers to actual pests, including the infamous paper louse. These tiny creatures thrive in environments where mold can grow, often found in poorly stored books. If left unchecked, paper lice can cause significant damage, boring holes in pages and ruining literary treasures. They love the damp and dark, making basements or attics prime locations for infestations. To protect your beloved books from these destructive insects, it's essential to preserve them properly. Start by storing books in a dry, cool area with plenty of airflow. Use protective covers or boxes to keep them safe from moisture and light. Regularly check your collection for signs of damage or mold. By taking these steps, you can ensure your books remain safe from true bookworms and continue to tell their stories for generations to come. What's your favorite book you want to protect? Ever tried sleeping in a capsule hotel? These unique accommodations offer a whole new way to experience hospitality without the usual distractions. Capsule hotels, popularized in Japan, are composed of minimalist pods that house just a bed, providing guests with a cozy private space. However, they come with an interesting twist. There are no doors. Instead of traditional rooms, rows of these capsules line the walls, requiring guests to keep noise levels down to ensure everyone enjoys a peaceful night's sleep. It's a fascinating blend of convenience and communal living. Travelers often appreciate the efficient use of space and the simplicity it brings. Imagine staying in a place designed for quiet reflection, perfect for solo adventures or brief stays. Would you be comfortable in such a compact space, or does it sound too cramped for you? Did you know cheetahs can't roar like lions? Unlike their big cat cousins, such as lions and tigers, cheetahs communicate in a more subtle and unique way. Instead of the iconic roars that echo through the savannah, cheetahs produce a sound that closely resembles a domestic cat's meow. This fascinating vocalization is just one of many ways these speedy felines express themselves. They also use chirps, hisses, and purring to convey different messages, especially when they're socializing with their cubs or trying to locate one another in the vast open landscapes they call home. Cheetahs are the fastest land animals, reaching speeds of up to 60 miles per hour. However, their communication style might surprise many. While they may lack the booming roar of a lion, their vocal repertoire showcases their unique adaptations and social behaviors. So next time you think of a cat's meow, remember that even in the wild, these incredible creatures have their own special way of talking. Who knew such a speedy animal could have such a gentle voice? Here's a wild fact about living organisms. Did you know that the largest living organism on Earth is actually a fungus? It's not a giant whale or an ancient tree. It's a honey fungus, known scientifically as Armillaria ostoya. This magnificent organism sprawls across nearly 2,385 acres in Oregon's Malheur National Forest. What makes this fungus so remarkable is its underground mycelium, which can spread over vast areas, connecting various trees and plants within its reach. The honey fungus thrives on decomposing wood, helping to recycle nutrients back into the soil. Interestingly, the visible mushrooms we see are just the fruiting bodies of this vast below-ground network. Scientists are still studying this incredible organism to understand its role in the ecosystem and discover new insights about plant health and forest management. Isn't it fascinating that something so tiny can be a giant? Did you know your nails grow at different rates? Research shows that the nails on your dominant hand grow faster than those on your non-dominant hand. For instance, if you write primarily with your right hand, the fingernails on that hand are likely to be longer. Among your fingers, the middle finger's nail experiences the fastest growth, while the thumb's nail takes its time and grows the slowest. This phenomenon likely stems from the increased activity and stimulation of your dominant hand, which improves blood circulation to the nails. The more you use your hands, the more nutrients and oxygen reach those growing nails, helping them thrive. So the next time you notice your nails, remember that the rate they grow isn't just a coincidence, but a reflection of how much you use your hands in daily life. Did you know that floating islands exist in Lake Titicaca? The Uros people have created these remarkable islands using reeds for centuries. Situated on the border between Peru and Bolivia, Lake Titicaca is the highest navigable lake in the world. sitting over 12,500 feet above sea level. The Uros construct their islands from totora reeds, which they expertly weave together. Maintaining these islands requires constant effort as the reeds decay, so they regularly add fresh layers to keep their homes afloat. The Uros live a unique lifestyle, fishing, hunting birds, and crafting beautiful handicrafts that they sell to visitors. Their way of life is closely tied to the lake's ecosystem, showcasing human ingenuity in adapting to nature. As modernity encroaches, the Uros strive to preserve their traditions and culture. Wouldn't you love to explore these amazing floating communities? Think you can feel wetness? Let's uncover the truth. It might surprise you to learn that humans don't have special receptors for detecting wetness. Instead, our brains use other sensory information to figure it out. When your skin comes in contact with a liquid, your body senses changes in temperature and pressure. For instance, think about how ice-cold water feels different from warm tap water. This temperature difference helps your brain recognize that you're wet. Additionally, when you touch a wet surface, the pressure feels different from a dry one, giving another cue that signals wetness. So in a way, your brain is like a detective gathering evidence rather than relying on a single sense. This fascinating process shows how our amazing bodies interpret the world around us, using clever clues to keep us informed about our environment. Isn't it cool how our senses work together? Have you ever heard of No Name, Colorado? This quirky little town in Colorado stands out for its unconventional name choice, reflecting an interesting blend of humor and straightforwardness. Named simply No Name, the town embraces its identity with a sense of pride that is hard to miss. Located near Glenwood Springs, this unique moniker brings a smile to the faces of curious travelers and locals alike. While many towns strive for grand titles or names with rich histories, No Name takes a different route by opting for a name that couldn't be simpler. This playful choice often leads to amusing conversations and endless questions, making it a memorable stop for those exploring the beautiful Rockies. Not only is the town a fun anomaly, but it also highlights how names can carry unexpected meaning and character. So the next time you're in Colorado, consider a detour to No Name and appreciate the charm of unpretentious naming. Who knew a name could spark such interest? Is it really true that Agassi read Becker's serve? Tennis legend. Andre Agassi had a remarkable knack for reading his opponents, and one of his most famous insights came from the way Boris Becker served. Agassi noticed a unique habit. Whenever Becker prepared to serve, he would stick his tongue out in a specific direction. This subtle gesture gave Agassi a vital clue about where the ball was headed. Capitalizing on this advantage, Agassi won 10 out of 11 matches against the talented German player. This story highlights how keen observation and mental acuity can be just as important in sports as physical skill. It's not just about athleticism. Understanding your opponent can turn the tide of a match. Agassi's ability to decipher Becker's tells truly demonstrates the strategic side of tennis. Would you pay close attention to those little details if you were on the court? Here's a wild fact about your vacuum cleaner. Microbiologists have discovered that the air blown out of a running vacuum cleaner is packed with germs, placing it among the top 5 germous spots in your home. Think about it. While you might expect a vacuum to help clean your space, it can actually be sending bacteria and allergens back into the air. This happens because vacuums often pick up dust, pet hair, and dirt from floors, which can carry various microorganisms. If the vacuum filter isn't working properly, all of these germs can escape into the air as it's running. It's a surprising reality that emphasizes the importance of regular vacuum maintenance. Changing filters and cleaning parts can significantly reduce the germ release. So every time you clean your floors, consider how your vacuum might be affecting your indoor air quality. Are you ready to give your vacuum a little TLC? This might surprise you, Helen Keller and R.E.'s connection. You may know Helen Keller as a remarkable advocate for people with disabilities, but her family tree has an intriguing twist. Keller is related to the famous Confederate General Robert E. Lee through her paternal grandmother, who was actually his second cousin. This unexpected link provides a fascinating glimpse into the intertwining lives of influential figures in American history. While Keller's life was marked by her struggle against adversity and her triumphs as an author and lecturer, Lee is often remembered for his role during the Civil War. Exploring their connection highlights how personal relationships often intertwine with historical narratives, shaping the stories we tell about the past. How cool is it that a figure who fought for civil rights shares ancestry with someone who is a pivotal part of a controversial chapter in American history? Prepare to be amazed by speed limits of the past. Incredibly, the first ever speeding ticket was issued in 1896 to Mr. Archibald W.O. Campbell for cruising at a mere 8 miles per hour in England. At that time, speed limits were laughably low, set at 4 miles per hour in towns and 6 miles per hour in the countryside. This astonishingly slow pace reflects a time when the idea of a motorized vehicle was still novel and somewhat alarming. Campbell was driving a motorized horseless carriage, an innovative invention that prompted curiosity and caution among the public. Imagine the scene, an astonished crowd witnessing the first infringement of what would evolve into today's complex traffic laws. Back then, police officers patrolled on bicycles, making the rare sighting of a speeding vehicle even more sensational. When Campbell was fined 2 shillings, it wasn't just a slap on the wrist. It was a significant amount, making heads turn and whispers spread. This landmark event highlighted the necessity for regulations as cars began redefining travel, ultimately shaping the modern roadways we know today. What else will history reveal about the evolution of driving? Hard to believe, but what is the philtrum? The philtrum is that little groove running from your nose to your upper lip, and it's a fascinating remnant of our evolutionary journey. While it doesn't serve any practical function for us today, it's a reminder of our ancient ancestors. In several early cultures, this small feature was considered quite important. Some even saw it as a mark of divine origin or spiritual significance. Imagine people attributing mystical powers to such a simple part of the body. Although we no longer celebrate it in the same way, the philtrum still carries a story of who we are and where we come from. It's intriguing to think about how our ancestors viewed the world and what features they held dear. So next time you look in the mirror, remember that little groove isn't just a quirk. It's a tiny piece of history nestled right on your face. Here's a wild fact about the first ATM. The modern ATM might feel like a product of the digital age, but it was born in 1967, long before smartphones and the internet. On June 27th of that year, Barclays Bank in London unveiled the world's first cash machine, designed by inventor John Shepherd Barron. Inspired by chocolate vending machines, he created a system that dispensed actual cash using special paper vouchers and chemical pins. Early users simply inserted these slips to receive up to $10, which is about $180 today. Though this initial machine was quite primitive compared to our current standards, it revolutionized banking by providing 24/7 access to cash. This innovation laid the groundwork for the modern banking we enjoy today, including seamless digital payments, enhanced card security, and the rise of mobile banking apps. The ATM wasn't just a convenient tool, it marked a significant leap toward financial independence and automation, helping people trust machines to manage their money. Here's a wild fact about Celomat Corbin. In 2009, advancements in technology and modern development significantly transformed the Celomat Corbin region, leading to over 90% of its growth. This leap forward didn't just happen by accident. Innovative approaches to farming, construction, and healthcare played vital roles in uplifting the local community. For instance, the introduction of smart irrigation systems helped farmers maximize their crop yields despite limited water resources. Meanwhile, modern building techniques allowed for the construction of homes and infrastructure that were not only sustainable but also affordable. As a result, the local population experienced improved living conditions and increased economic opportunities. Have you ever thought about how much technology can change a community's future? The story of Celomat Corbin showcases the incredible power of innovation in shaping lives and fostering growth. Most people don't know this, but HPPD exists. Hallucinogen persisting perception disorder, HPPD, is a rare condition that can catch people off guard after they've used hallucinogenic drugs. Imagine experiencing visual distortions and flashbacks of bright colors or patterns long after the effects of the drug have faded away. It's like a movie reel that keeps playing even though the show is over. Those with HPPD may see trails following moving objects or walls that seem to ripple, making everyday life challenging. This disorder can lead to confusion and anxiety, impacting a person's ability to concentrate or engage in normal activities. Surprisingly, HPPD can occur long after just a few uses of substances like LSD or magic mushrooms. Awareness around HPPD is crucial, as understanding the potential for long-lasting effects can help individuals make informed choices about their health and well-being. Could this mysterious condition change the way we view hallucinogens? Let's uncover the truth about vaulted staircases. Cano Lopez is a master craftsman who breathes life into these magnificent structures using techniques that date back centuries. Vaulted staircases are more than just a way to get from one floor to another. They are architectural marvels that blend beauty and function. Cano uses ancient methods like intricate stonework and precise measurements to create designs that wow everyone who sees them. Each staircase tells a story, highlighting a rich history of craftsmanship and innovation. Picture yourself walking up a staircase that curves gracefully, its arches creating a stunning pattern of shadows and light. It's not just about getting to the top, it's about experiencing art with every step. As people admire Lopez's work, they often wonder how such marvels could be built without modern technology. His passion for preserving these ancient techniques serves to inspire a new generation of builders and architects, proving that sometimes the old ways are still the best. What will people create next using these timeless skills? Why exactly does Molossia call itself a nation? This self-proclaimed micronation, nestled in the Nevada desert, was founded in 1977 by Kevin Baugh, who proudly serves as its president. Molossia is an intriguing example of a unique social experiment, as it pursues recognition as an independent nation, although it lacks official acknowledgement from any government. Surrounded by a vast desert landscape, this quirky enclave has its own flag, currency, and even a postal service, showcasing Baugh's determination to create a distinct identity. The land spans about 6.3 acres and is home to a few dozen residents who enjoy a lifestyle rich in eccentric traditions and humorous customs. Notably, Molossia hosts annual events and celebrations, which attract visitors eager to experience its unconventional charm. The basis of its national claim lies more in a playful spirit and community engagement than in political ambitions, making Molossia a fascinating case of grassroots nationalism. So what does it take to create a nation of your own? Why does Frankfurt Airport hide its walking tunnel? At one of the world's busiest airports, passengers often miss out on cool shortcuts. In Frankfurt, Germany, a hidden walking tunnel connects Terminal 1 and Terminal 2, but surprisingly, many travelers don't know it exists. This tunnel is mainly used by airport employees, making it a well-kept secret for those in the know. Imagine rushing through the airport, looking for your gate, and then discovering that you could have taken a direct walk instead of navigating through the busy lounges and shops. These passageways not only save time, but also offer a quieter experience away from the bustling crowd. Multi-terminal airports sometimes have such hidden gems designed to improve efficiency and reduce the stress of travel. Although these tunnels provide a smoother journey, many passengers wander without realizing these options exist. Next time you're at an airport, keep your eyes peeled for any hidden pathways that might just make your trip a little easier. Have you ever wondered why Ali and Muhammad are in Samahati? This fascinating situation revolves around two individuals, Ali and Muhammad Kimia, who were specifically sent to the Samahati area for an important task. Samahati, a vibrant location known for its community spirit, is often chosen for assignments that require close collaboration with local residents. Ali and Muhammad's mission likely involves understanding the needs of the community and finding ways to address them effectively. Both individuals bring their unique skills and perspectives to the table, making them ideally suited for this role. Their work in Samahati could encompass anything from social initiatives to educational programs, depending on the community's needs. By immersing themselves in the local culture and building connections, Ali and Muhammad have the chance to make a real impact. What kind of projects do you think they will undertake? Believe it or not, robots are carrying heavy loads. Unitry Robotics has developed impressive quadruped robots that can transport loads weighing up to 11 pounds. These remarkable machines are built tough, capable of surviving drops from a height of 6.5 feet without breaking a sweat. But what really sets them apart is their ability to mimic animal movements, allowing them to navigate rough terrains with incredible stability. Imagine a four-legged robot gracefully climbing over obstacles or efficiently moving through a chaotic environment. These robots are already making waves in various fields, effectively utilized for tasks like surveillance and industrial testing. By replicating the movements of animals, they can manage to balance and adjust their steps, making them ideal for challenging situations where traditional wheeled robots would struggle. As this technology continues to improve, we can expect to see these quadrupeds play even bigger roles in industries such as logistics, security, and exploration. Are you excited about how robots might enhance our lives in the future? Did you know the world's longest noodle is over 9,000 feet? In 2017, a Chinese food company called Shangnian Foodcomer set an astonishing record by creating a noodle that spanned a jaw-dropping 9,843 feet. This incredible culinary feat required 88 pounds of flour and 6.9 gallons of water, showcasing both the skill of the chefs and the magic of traditional noodle-making techniques. After 17 hours of meticulous preparation, the epic noodle was finally ready to be enjoyed. But what happened to all that pasta? The noodle was expertly divided into 400 dishes, allowing employees to share in the amazing accomplishment. This remarkable event not only highlights the rich history of noodles in Chinese cuisine, but also demonstrates the creativity and teamwork that goes into making such an extraordinary dish. Imagine sitting down to a plate of noodle that stretches longer than 3 football fields. Isn't it fascinating how food can bring people together while also pushing the boundaries of what we think is possible? Here's a wild fact about enclaves. Enclaves are regions or cities of one country that are completely surrounded by another, creating some truly fascinating geopolitical situations. Take Livia, a small Spanish town nestled entirely within France. Living there means residents must cross the border into France before they can re-enter their own country. This unusual setup isn't just a quirky feature. It highlights how borders can create unique challenges for everyday life. Another well-known enclave is Vatican City, which sits proud within the heart of Italy. It's not just the smallest independent state in the world, it's also home to the Pope. Then there's Lesotho, a country that is entirely encircled by South Africa. These enclaves showcase intriguing geographical anomalies and remind us how complex our world's borders can be. Isn't it amazing how politics and geography intertwine in such surprising ways? Why exactly does Caesarion matter in history? Caesarion, Julius Caesar's only son, played a pivotal role in the dramatic end of Egypt's ancient reign. Though Cleopatra claimed Caesar was his father, he never officially recognized Caesarion, leaving a cloud of uncertainty over the young man's legitimacy. Caesarion became the last pharaoh of Egypt, ruling during a time of immense change and turmoil. Tragically, he died at just 17 years old, marking a devastating blow to the Ptolemaic dynasty and signaling the close of an era. The end of his short life symbolized more than just personal loss for Cleopatra. It represented the final loss of Egypt's political autonomy as Rome's influence grew strong. His untimely death left a power vacuum in Egypt and intensified the Roman grip on the region. As we ponder Caesarion's legacy, we are reminded of how one young man's life can intertwine with larger historical narratives and the fates of entire nations. What if I told you the military invented ARPANET? This fascinating early version of the internet was crafted by American scientists in the 1970s, aiming to enhance communication for research purposes. ARPANET, short for Advanced Research Projects Agency Network, was part of a project driven by the Pentagon's Advanced Research Projects Agency, or DARPA. While it laid the groundwork for the modern internet we know today, its primary goal was to help researchers share information and collaborate despite geographical barriers. Imagine scientists from different states exchanging groundbreaking ideas in real time. This innovation was revolutionary, enabling data to be sent in packets, a concept that remains fundamental in networking. Even though platforms like TikTok and YouTube have taken communication to a new level, we owe a nod to the ingenuity of ARPANET for paving the way for digital interaction. Have you ever thought about the military's role in shaping our online world? Guess what really drives medieval fugitives to churches? In medieval England, if someone was running from the law, they had a unique chance to escape punishment by reaching a church. By simply touching the knocker on the outer door of a church, they could claim sanctuary, which meant they were safe from arrest, at least for a while. This practice allowed people, often desperate and seeking refuge from persecution or unjust laws, to find a temporary haven. These holy sites became critical sanctuaries, offering a chance to avoid the harsh consequences of their actions. Interestingly, once a fugitive claimed sanctuary, the church would typically give them a period, often 40 days, before they had to decide whether to face justice or start anew somewhere far away. This fascinating custom highlights how medieval society balanced the need for justice with the compassion of faith, raising questions about the roles of law and mercy in our world today. Ever wondered about the longest one-syllable word? The word screeched has earned the title of the longest one-syllable word in the English language, which may catch you by surprise. This fascinating term is not only a linguistic curiosity, but also showcases how much sound can be packed into a single beat. Imagine a word that conveys a sharp, sudden noise, and you start to understand why screeched stands out. It combines the sounds of S, C, air, ia, cha, and d into one smooth yet punchy utterance. What's even more interesting is how words like this challenge our understanding of syllables and pronunciation. In a language filled with multi-syllable words, finding a one-syllable heavyweight like screeched highlights the richness and complexity of English. Next time you hear a sudden, screeching sound, think about this remarkable word that encapsulates it all. Isn't language just full of surprises? What if Coca-Cola's playful branding could inspire you? Coca-Cola has truly mastered the art of engaging with younger audiences through innovative and memorable marketing strategies. With their vibrant and fun advertisements, from iconic holiday campaigns featuring polar bears to exciting sponsorships of music festivals, the brand consistently captures the attention of teens and young adults. This playful approach not only makes their products appealing, but also creates a sense of community among consumers. By tapping into social media and interactive promotions, Coca-Cola invites its audience to participate, share, and celebrate together. Engaging with popular influencers who resonate with the youth has further boosted their relatability. This strategy reflects a deeper commitment to connecting with a demographic that values authenticity and creativity. As the company continues to evolve, their focus remains on blending fun with meaningful connections. So next time you pop open a Coke, think about how this playful branding is designed to put a smile on your face and connect you with a larger community. Did you know spaghetti can be tricky to break? This common kitchen struggle baffled physicists for years, raising questions about the nature of materials. When you try breaking dry spaghetti in half, it usually doesn't snap neatly. Instead, it breaks into 3 or more pieces. The famous physicist Richard Feynman even found this phenomenon puzzling. In 2005, a team of researchers uncovered that when spaghetti is bent, the initial fracture sends out shock waves that lead to unexpected additional breaks. This fascinating chain reaction is what causes the spaghetti to splinter. Later on, MIT scientists came up with a nifty solution. By twisting the spaghetti before bending it, you can control the forces at play and achieve a clean break. So the next time you're cooking, give this method a try and impress your friends with your newfound pasta knowledge. Did you know giraffes have super strong hearts? Their hearts work incredibly hard, pumping blood with double the force of a cow's heart. This extraordinary strength is crucial for these tall animals, as they need that powerful blood pressure to get oxygen-rich blood all the way up their long necks to their brains. Imagine that! Giraffes can grow up to 18 feet tall, meaning their hearts have to pump blood almost 6 feet higher than a normal-sized animal would need to. The giraffe's heart can weigh around 25 pounds, which is substantially heavier than a typical cow's heart. This remarkable adaptation ensures that the giraffe stays healthy and alert even when their heads are elevated, munching on those high leaves and trees. So next time you see a giraffe, remember how much effort its heart puts into keeping them lively and active. It's truly impressive. Guess what fuels healthy guts in infants? Human breast milk is more than just a source of nutrition. It contains oligosaccharides, special sugars that act as prebiotics. These unique compounds serve as food for beneficial gut bacteria, which play a crucial role in developing an infant's microbiome. A flourishing gut microbiome is essential because it helps support the immune system, protecting babies from infections and diseases. When babies consume breast milk, they not only receive vital nutrients like proteins and fats, but also these oligosaccharides that nourish their good bacteria. This setup is important because an established gut microbiome can set the stage for better health in the future. Research reveals that a healthy microbiome can impact everything from digestion to immunity and even mood. By breastfeeding, mothers provide their babies with a natural way to kickstart their health journey. So the next time someone questions the magic of breast milk, remember the powerful role of oligosaccharides in shaping a baby's gut health. Why exactly does battery life matter for fast charging? In our fast-paced world, a phone that charges in just 1 minute seems like a dream come true. But what if it only lasts for an hour? This situation is similar to a caffeinated sprinter speeding ahead before crashing. Scientists are working on aluminum batteries to solve this energy dilemma, hoping to achieve quick charging times without sacrificing longevity. Aluminum batteries hold promise because they can potentially charge faster and be more environmentally friendly than traditional lithium-ion batteries. However, creating a battery that balances rapid energy delivery with a long lifespan remains a challenge. If scientists crack this code, not only could our gadgets run longer on a single charge, but they would also minimize our reliance on continual charging throughout the day. Is it possible to have the best of both worlds in battery technology? Guess what really drives gravity crazy in Canada? At a fascinating spot called Hudson Bay, scientists have discovered a bizarre anomaly where gravity actually weakens. This surprising phenomenon challenges our understanding of how gravity works. Normally, we expect gravity to pull us down with a consistent force, but here, measurements show that objects weigh slightly less than they do elsewhere. Researchers believe this might be due to a combination of factors, including the geological features of the area and the effects of glacial retreat. Huge glaciers once weighed down the land, and as they melted, the Earth's crust began to lift. This unusual situation gives scientists a golden opportunity to explore not just gravitational forces, but also the exciting interplay between geology and physics. So the next time you hear about mysterious occurrences, remember Hudson Bay, the place where gravity takes a break. You might be shocked to learn about Lake Superior. This massive body of water is not just the largest of the Great Lakes. It holds a staggering amount of fresh water. In fact, it contains enough water to cover all of North and South America with a foot of water. Imagine every person in these two continents standing in 1 foot of water. It's mind-boggling. Lake Superior spans nearly 31,700 square miles, and its depth can reach over 1,300 feet at certain points. This incredible volume plays a vital role in local ecosystems, supporting a diverse range of wildlife, from fish to birds. The lake also has a rich history, serving as a crucial trade route for indigenous peoples and later for European explorers. Today, it continues to provide drinking water and recreational opportunities for millions. Isn't it amazing how such a giant lake can exist right in our midst? Can shouting really help students relieve stress? In Uppsala, Sweden, there's an interesting tradition where students let out a good scream at 10 p.m. This unique practice offers a way for them to manage the pressures of academic life. As exams and deadlines loom, students find solace in this loud release. Imagine a whole city filled with the joyful sounds of voices echoing into the night. The idea is that by expressing their frustrations out loud, students can lighten their mental load. Such a simple act can be surprisingly therapeutic, Plus, it builds a sense of community among students as they share this moment of catharsis together. This tradition not only helps reduce stress, but also strengthens friendships as students gather to support each other. So the next time school feels overwhelming, maybe a good scream could be just the thing to lighten the mood. Let's uncover the truth about graphene's amazing strength. Graphene, an extraordinary material made up of a single layer of carbon atoms, redefines our understanding of strength and size. This remarkable substance is 200 times stronger than steel, making it one of the strongest materials known to science. Despite its incredible strength, graphene is incredibly thin, measuring just 1/1,000,000th of a millimeter. That's about 100,000 times thinner than a grain of salt. This unique combination of strength and thinness gives graphene fantastic potential for various applications, from electronics to medicine. Imagine flexible smartphones, stronger construction materials, or even super-efficient batteries. As researchers continue to explore graphene's properties, its potential to revolutionize technology and industry seems limitless. Could graphene truly change the world around us? Have you ever wondered why we don't feel Earth spinning? The Earth spins at an incredible speed of over 1,000 miles per hour, yet we carry on with our daily lives without feeling this swift motion. This is all thanks to gravity, which keeps us firmly connected to the planet. The reason we don't sense this rotation is also tied to the concept of inertia, which means that objects in motion tend to stay in motion unless acted upon by an outside force. Since we're spinning along with the Earth at the same pace, we don't perceive it as movement. Much like how passengers in a smoothly driving car don't feel the speed unless they look out the window. So while the Earth spins beneath our feet, we remain blissfully unaware, enjoying our daily activities and the natural wonders around us. Isn't nature fascinating? Did you know Tatum O'Neal won an Oscar as a kid? In 1974, Tatum O'Neal made history when she took home the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her performance in the film Paper Moon. This incredible achievement made her the youngest person ever to win an Oscar in any competitive category, a record that still stands today. Tatum was just 10 years old at the time, showcasing her extraordinary talent alongside her father, Ryan O'Neal, who played her on-screen dad. The movie was a charming blend of comedy and drama, and Tatum's impressive acting skills captivated audiences and critics alike. Winning an Oscar at such a young age is no small feat, and it placed Tatum in the spotlight early in her career. Her achievement opened doors for many young actors afterwards, proving that age doesn't define talent. Today, Tatum O'Neal's win is a reminder that dreams can come true, even for kids. Isn't it inspiring to see someone achieve such greatness so early in life? What if I told you Mars is better mapped than our oceans? This shocking fact highlights just how little we know about the depths of our own planet. Despite numerous missions to explore the surface of Mars, scientists have mapped about 85% of it. In contrast, over 80% of the ocean remains unexplored and uncharted. The ocean covers more than 70% of Earth's surface, allowing it to harbor incredible life forms and mysteries waiting to be discovered. Deep-sea creatures, like the bioluminescent anglerfish or the giant squid, thrive in these dark environments, while ecosystems near hydrothermal vents teem with unique species. The challenges of exploring the oceanic depths include extreme pressure, cold temperatures, and darkness, making it difficult to study. As technology advances, we may soon uncover the secrets lurking in our oceans, potentially changing our understanding of life on Earth and beyond. Curious about kittens' long learning journey? Domestic kittens need around 4 months with their mothers to learn important skills and behaviors. During this crucial time, they soak up lessons on how to play, groom, hunt, and socialize, all essential for becoming well-adjusted adult cats. Interestingly, with the right care, including a nutritious diet and a safe indoor environment, these furry companions can live for over 20 years. This significant lifespan is a testament to the bond they form with their human families. Keeping them indoors not only protects them from dangers like traffic and predators, but also helps maintain their health. So if you're considering adopting a kitten, ensure you allow ample time for their development and prepare for a long-lasting friendship. By providing a loving home and proper education during their formative months, you'll be rewarded with a happy, healthy pet that can bring joy to your life for decades. Are you ready to start this exciting adventure? Did you know there are 67,000 tree species? This astounding number comes from the field of dendrology, which is the study of trees and woody plants. Imagine walking through a forest filled with diverse types of trees, each one unique. From the towering redwoods of California to the delicate cherry blossoms in Japan, trees play a vital role in our ecosystems. They provide oxygen, store carbon, and offer habitat for countless species. Some trees can live for thousands of years, while others grow and mature rapidly. Dendrologists, the scientists who specialize in this field, work tirelessly to catalog these species and understand their importance. They study everything from the structure of tree bark to the intricate relationships trees maintain with fungi and animals. This diversity is not just fascinating, it also highlights the importance of conservation efforts. As urban development and climate change threaten many of these species, understanding their roles in nature becomes crucial. So next time you see a tree, remember there's a whole world of astonishing species behind it. Did you know the NFL halftime show started in 1967? This exciting spectacle kicked off alongside the very first Super Bowl and has since evolved into a must-see event that attracts millions of viewers. Initially, halftime performances were simple and meant to entertain fans while the field was prepared for the second half of the game. However, as the years rolled by, particularly in the 1990s, the show turned into an extravagant showcase featuring major artists like Michael Jackson, Prince, and Beyoncé. They brought creative flair and unforgettable performances, making halftime as significant as the game itself. This shift transformed the show into a cultural phenomenon, often generating buzz for its bold themes and choices of performers. While many celebrate these star-studded performances, some have sparked controversy over various issues, showing how deeply intertwined sports and entertainment have become in American culture. Ever thought about why chainsaws were invented? Surprisingly, the chainsaw has an unexpected history that dates back to the 18th century. Originally, it wasn't designed for lumberjacks or clearing forests. Instead, it was developed as a surgical tool. Surgeons created a type of chainsaw specifically to assist in childbirth by cutting through pelvic bones during difficult deliveries. Imagine that. This innovative tool was crucial for helping mothers in tough situations, providing a faster and safer means to deliver babies when complications arose. The chainsaw was equipped with a small chain that allowed for greater precision and control during surgery. Over time, its design evolved, leading to the powerful machines we see today, used for cutting trees and clearing land. Who would have thought that this modern-day tool had such a vital role in medical history? Prepare to be amazed by album lengths. The shift from vinyl records to CDs was a game-changer for musicians and music lovers alike. Vinyl records had limited space, usually holding around 20 to 30 minutes of music. However, when CDs came onto the scene, they offered a staggering 74 to 80 minutes of playback time. This newfound storage capacity meant artists could create longer albums, often exceeding an hour. Many musicians embraced this opportunity, diving into their creativity and experimentation. Instead of fitting their ideas into short tracks, they began crafting epic listening experiences that told stories or explored themes more deeply. Some albums even became known for their ambitious lengths with multiple tracks and genre-blending styles. This transition reshaped the music industry, leading to iconic albums that we still celebrate today. It's fascinating to think how this change not only influenced the sound of music, but also how we consume it. Can you imagine your favorite artist's work compressed into just a few songs? What if I told you hearing lasts until the end? As a person approaches death, their sense of hearing is the last to go. It's fascinating to think that even when the body becomes still and the eyes close, the ears may still pick up familiar sounds. Loved ones often gather round, speaking tenderly and sharing memories, and this can provide a vital connection during those final moments. Research suggests that our brains process sounds even in a deep state of unresponsiveness. allowing individuals to hear comforting voices, music, or moments of laughter. This phenomenon highlights the importance of communication and affection, even when someone is nearing the end of their journey. So when saying goodbye, sharing loving words can be a profound gift, reminding those we cherish that they are not alone in their final moments. Isn't it comforting to know that love can transcend even the confines of life? You might be shocked to learn that the Sahara was green. Thousands of years ago, before it became the arid desert we know today, the Sahara was a vibrant, lush region filled with plants, rivers, and wildlife, much like the Amazon rainforest. This transformation is a result of a dramatic climate shift that took place around 5,000 to 10,000 years ago. During this time, the Earth's orbit and axial tilt changed, leading to less rainfall in the region. As the waters receded, vegetation disappeared, and the land dried up, eventually leaving behind the massive desert we see now. Fossil evidence, like ancient lake beds and animal remains, tells the story of a completely different landscape. Imagine elephants and hippos roaming where only sand dunes stand today. The Sahara's past reminds us of how climate can drastically alter our world over time. What might our planet look like in another few thousand years? Can right-handed people brush better than left-handed folks? Recent studies show that right-handed individuals may enjoy better oral hygiene and fewer cavities. This surprising link has to do with how effectively they maneuver their toothbrushes. Right-handed people generally have an easier time with the circular and back-and-forth motions needed to thoroughly clean every surface of their teeth. As a result, they may reach those tricky spots where plaque loves to hide, like the back molars and gum line. Left-handed people, on the other hand, sometimes struggle with these movements due to a lack of familiarity and practice on their dominant side. This leads to uneven brushing, which can leave some areas uncleaned, raising the risk for cavities. So next time you pick up your toothbrush, think about how your handedness might affect your dental routine. Isn't it fascinating how something so simple can make a difference in oral health? Have you ever wondered why some planets are so hostile? A group of scientists has recently uncovered a stunning yet dangerous planet located 63 light-years away, captivating the imagination of many. This deep blue celestial body, with its alluring colors, masks a fierce environment that would terrify any Earthling. Imagine winds ripping across the landscape at thousands of miles per hour, creating a tempest unlike anything we experience. To make matters worse, this planet has molten glass that rains sideways, adding to the chaos and threat. The extreme conditions there far exceed the storms we know here on Earth, raising questions about what life, if any, could survive in such a brutal setting. While it may look beautiful from afar, the reality is that this planet serves as a reminder of the harshness of nature in the universe. What else might we discover about planets like this one? Can you imagine shark attacks at the Jersey Shore? In July 1916, an unusual series of shark attacks shocked beachgoers along the New Jersey coastline. Over just a few days, these terrifying incidents resulted in 4 tragic deaths and left another person with critical injuries. As people flocked to the beaches for summer fun, the unexpected violence of nature sent ripples of panic through the community. Newspapers of the time went into a frenzy, spreading fear and warning swimmers to stay on land. The attacks were puzzling to experts, as sharks were not typically found so close to shore. This prompted many theories about the reasons behind these attacks, ranging from overfishing to bizarre weather patterns. As a direct result, beach safety measures began evolving, and the need for surveillance at popular spots became crucial. Though it was a dark time, these events sparked discussions about ocean conservation and the relationship between humans and marine life. So why did this unusual incident capture the public's imagination and change beach safety forever? Why exactly does Miami lead in banking for the homeless? The city made history by creating the first bank account designed specifically for homeless individuals, a groundbreaking step in social welfare. This innovative account allows those without traditional housing to gain access to banking services, like saving money and managing finances. Miami's initiative reflects a growing awareness of the economic challenges faced by marginalized communities. By offering these unique accounts, the city aims to address economic disparities and help people get back on their feet. This approach not only empowers individuals, but also encourages them to participate in the economy, breaking the cycle of poverty. This initiative is a fantastic example of how creative solutions can make a real difference in people's lives. Could similar programs sprout up in other cities to help even more people? You might be shocked to learn that stomach acid can dissolve wood. This powerful acid, primarily hydrochloric acid, boasts a pH value ranging from 1 to 3, making it incredibly strong. Why is this important? Well, this potent acidity plays a vital role in digestion. When you eat, stomach acid breaks down your food, making nutrients accessible for absorption. Additionally, it's a warrior against harmful bacteria that could enter your body through the food we consume. However, it's crucial to note that while stomach acid is capable of dissolving wood, swallowing actual wood is extremely dangerous and could lead to serious health issues. So while our bodies are equipped with amazing tools for digestion, they are not meant to handle things like wood. It's fascinating to think about how our body works to keep us healthy, but let's stick to digesting food rather than trying to test the limits of our stomach acid. What if I told you solar flares can disrupt our lives? Solar flares, bursts of radiation from the sun's surface, can have a serious impact on our technology and systems. These intense eruptions release energy that can damage satellites orbiting Earth, affecting everything from GPS navigation to communication systems. When a solar flare occurs, it sends charged particles racing toward our planet. Upon reaching Earth, these particles can disturb the magnetic field, leading to potential power grid failures and even blackouts. It's a stark reminder of how much we rely on the sun for life and yet face risks from its unpredictable activity. This delicate balance between harnessing solar energy and managing its powerful side shows just how connected our modern lives are to the cosmos. Are we prepared for the next solar storm? Is it really true that dogs can have vitiligo? Absolutely. Meet a remarkable 14-year-old dog whose skin and coat have changed color due to this fascinating condition. Vitiligo is a skin disorder that causes patches of skin to lose their pigment, leading to striking white spots. Observers are often surprised thinking the dog's eyes have been painted white, but that's a natural part of the vitiligo process. This dog's unique appearance has captured hearts and minds across the internet, inspiring thousands who see it as a symbol of resilience and beauty and diversity. The dog's story isn't just about a physical transformation. It brings attention to the amazing ways animals can adapt and thrive despite challenges. This pup reminds us that beauty comes in all forms, and every creature has a story worth sharing. Have you ever seen a dog with vitiligo before? Is it really true that blankets have a surprising origin? The word blanket actually comes from the name of a 14th century English woolen manufacturer named Thomas Blanket. This fascinating fact reveals how language evolves from historical figures. Thomas was known for producing high-quality wool that was used for warm coverings, which eventually gave rise to the term blanket. Over time, his name became synonymous with the cozy items we use today. Imagine the chilly homes of medieval England, where everyone needed a bit of warmth. It's amazing to think that the comfort of a blanket today can be traced back to one man's craftsmanship centuries ago. So next time you snuggle under your blanket, remember that you're enjoying a piece of history linked to Thomas Blanket and his woolen creations. Can you imagine that AR actually means something surprising? The common belief is that the AR in AR-15 stands for assault rifle, but that's a myth. In reality, it stands for Armalite rifle, named after the company that engineered this iconic firearm back in the 1950s. The AR-15 is celebrated for its lightweight design, being air-cooled and gas-operated, which makes it quite popular among sports shooters and hunters alike. Despite its widespread civilian use, the AR-15 is often linked to military firearms like the M16 and M4, which contributes to a lot of confusion. While the military models are capable of fully automatic fire, the civilian version of the AR-15 is actually semi-automatic, meaning it fires one shot with each pull of the trigger. This distinction is crucial as it highlights the differences in functionality and purpose of these weapons. Isn't it fascinating how a name can shape public perception? Here's a wild fact about your lungs. Did you know the left lung is actually smaller than the right lung? This surprising difference isn't just for show, it's all about making room for the heart. The human body is like a well-designed puzzle, where every piece has its own special placement. The left lung only has 2 lobes, while the right lung has 3. The smaller size of the left lung creates space for the heart, which sits slightly to the left side of the chest. Meanwhile, the right lung accommodates the liver, which is located just beneath it on the right side. This clever arrangement ensures that everything fits snugly and functions well together. The lungs work hard to bring oxygen into our bodies, so it's fascinating to see how they adapt to the other organs around them. Understanding this dynamic relationship not only helps us appreciate our anatomy, but also highlights how each part of our body plays a crucial role in keeping us alive. Have you ever thought about how these organs work together so perfectly? Hard to believe, but Baltimore is unique. Baltimore stands out as the largest independent city in the United States, proudly boasting a population of 621,849 people. Unlike most cities that are tied to a county, Baltimore operates independently, which gives it a unique charm and identity. This fascinating arrangement allows the city to manage its own local government and services without being influenced by a surrounding county. Known for its rich history and vibrant culture, Baltimore is famous for landmarks like the Inner Harbor, the National Aquarium, and its quirky neighborhoods filled with colorful row houses. The city's independence also means that residents enjoy a strong sense of community and pride. Baltimore's diverse population contributes to a dynamic art scene, delicious food options, and exciting sports events, making it a place where history meets modern life. So what's next for this thriving city that stands alone? Is it really true that roulette has 666 outcomes? In this classic casino game, the total number of possible outcomes ranges from 1 to 36, culminating in a surprising total of 666. This intriguing number often sends shivers down people's spines, as it's long been associated with superstition and dubbed the number of the devil. This eerie coincidence adds a layer of mystique to roulette, enticing players and observers alike. Casinos often thrive on the thrill of chance, with many games fueled by excitement and tension, but the connection of 666 to roulette brings in a unique twist. People might not realize that every spin of the wheel could be seen as a flirtation with fate itself. Some gamblers even joke about the game's dark reputation, referring to it as the devil's game. Whether you're in it for the thrill or just to enjoy a night out, roulette's intriguing association with the number 666 creates memorable conversations and sparks curiosity among players. So next time you find yourself at a casino, will you dare to spin the wheel? Did you know air pollution affects your sleep quality? It turns out that the air we breathe can have a significant impact on our nightly rest. Studies show that when we're exposed to polluted air, our airways can become inflamed, making it harder to take in oxygen. This disruption in oxygen intake not only leads to physical discomfort, but can also interfere with our ability to fall asleep and stay asleep. Many people often attribute sleepless nights solely to stress or anxiety, but the quality of the air around us may be just as important. For instance, high levels of pollutants from vehicles and industrial activities can affect respiratory health, leading to restless nights filled with tossing and turning. So the next time you find yourself struggling to sleep, consider looking beyond your thoughts and worries. It might be time to check the air quality in your area and take steps to breathe cleaner air, because better sleep could be just a breath away. Did you know about the amazing diversity of amphibians? The 3 primary groups of amphibians, frogs, salamanders, and caecilians, boast an astonishing variety, with over 8,000 known species across the globe. Frogs are perhaps the most familiar, known for their incredible hopping abilities and unique vocalizations. Salamanders, often found in moist habitats, are intriguing creatures with their lizard-like appearance and ability to regenerate limbs. On the other hand, caecilians, which look like elongated worms, live underground and are often overlooked due to their secretive nature. These amphibians play vital roles in ecosystems, such as controlling insect populations and serving as indicators of environmental health. However, many amphibian species are facing threats from habitat destruction and climate change, making their conservation crucial. So next time you encounter a frog or a salamander, remember the incredible diversity of these fascinating creatures. Prepare to be amazed by America's first gold rush. While many people think of California as the birthplace of the gold rush, it actually began in North Carolina. In the early 1800s, a young man named Conrad Reed discovered gold in a creek on his family's farm. This find sparked interest that drew thousands of fortune seekers to the area. The excitement over gold not only transformed towns, generating new businesses and boosting the economy, but also dramatically altered the lifestyles of local residents. People abandoned their farms, creating bustling communities filled with miners and traders. Although the gold discovery in North Carolina was overshadowed by the famous California gold rush a few years later, it paved the way for America's love affair with golden treasure. Can you imagine how different history might have been if North Carolina had kept the spotlight? Why are prescription bottles tinted brown or orange? These colored bottles play a crucial role in keeping your medications effective. When medications are exposed to ultraviolet or UV light, their chemical composition can change, leading to decreased effectiveness or even harmful breakdown products. To tackle this problem, scientists designed prescription bottles with tinted brown or orange materials that act like a shield against harmful UV rays. This simple yet effective solution helps ensure that the medications you rely on maintain their potency until you're ready to take them. The color isn't just for aesthetics, it serves a vital purpose. Whether it's your pain reliever or allergy medication, these bottles help protect the contents from light exposure. Next time you pick up a prescription, take a moment to appreciate the thoughtful design that goes into these everyday objects. They are not just containers, they are guardians of your health. So the next time you see that brown or orange bottle, remember its important job. Is it really true that machines can think like us? Artificial intelligence, or AI, is reshaping our world in fascinating ways. It refers to computer systems designed to tackle tasks that would normally need human smarts, such as learning new information, solving problems, and understanding language. Imagine a machine that can learn from experience, recognize voices, or even chat with you. AI systems achieve this by using complex algorithms and impressive amounts of data to find patterns and make decisions. These technologies are not just cool gadgets. They are changing how we work, communicate, and connect with each other. From smart assistants on our phones to advanced robots in factories, AI is becoming a part of our daily lives, enhancing efficiency and opening doors to new possibilities. But as we embrace this intelligent technology, we also need to consider the ethical questions it raises. How much should we rely on machines to think for us? Let's uncover the truth about China's huge population. With more than 1.4 billion people, China stands as the most populous country in the world. This immense number is equivalent to about 1 in every 5 people on the planet. The population is a mixture of diverse cultures, languages, and traditions, giving China its rich heritage. Major cities like Beijing and Shanghai buzz with activity, constantly growing as people move in from rural areas seeking better opportunities. Over the years, the Chinese government has implemented various policies to manage this growth, including the well-known one-child policy, which was relaxed in recent years. Despite challenges like overcrowding and environmental concerns, the country continues to adapt and innovate. Understanding China's population not only helps us appreciate its incredible diversity, but also sheds light on global issues that affect us all. How does such a large population shape daily life in China? Did you know armadillos can carry leprosy? Surprisingly, the 9-banded armadillo is one of the few animals known to host the bacteria responsible for Hansen's disease, called Mycobacterium leprae. This quirky little creature, often found roaming the southern United States and other warm regions, has a lower body temperature hovering between 89 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit, 32 to 35 degrees Celsius, which surprisingly makes it an excellent host for the bacteria. While it's rare for humans to contract leprosy from armadillos, it can happen through prolonged contact or handling. However, there's no need to panic. The disease is highly treatable with modern antibiotics. Leprosy can cause significant skin and nerve damage if left untreated. But thanks to advancements in medicine, those affected can live healthy lives. So next time you see one of these fascinating little critters, remember they hold a unique place in the natural world. This might surprise you. The mysterious bloop sound. Detected by NOAA hydrophones in 1997, the bloop is one of the loudest underwater sounds ever recorded. Spanning the vast depths of the Pacific Ocean, this mysterious sound initially led many to speculate about its origins. Some even wondered if it was a call from a massive, unknown creature lurking beneath the waves. However, after extensive research, scientists concluded that the bloop was not some oceanic monster, but rather the result of natural phenomena. They discovered that it was caused by icebergs breaking apart, a process that generates powerful sound waves. These icebergs crack and calve, sending vibrations through the water that can travel great distances. The discovery of the bloop not only deepened our understanding of ocean sounds, but also showed how nature can create extraordinary phenomena that capture our imagination. So, the next time you hear about underwater mysteries, remember the bloop. Did you know Canada grows most of the world's lentils? This amazing fact highlights Canada's vital role in global agriculture, producing over a third of the world's lentils. The province of Saskatchewan is the powerhouse behind this impressive statistic, where vast fields of vibrant green and golden lentil crops thrive. Lentils are a popular legume packed with protein, fiber, and essential nutrients, making them a favorite ingredient in many cuisines around the world. Farmers in Saskatchewan utilize modern farming techniques and favorable weather conditions to cultivate these nutritious seeds. The lentil harvest isn't just significant for local economies, it also impacts global food security, as many countries import these legumes for their nutritious benefits. By nurturing healthy lentil crops, Saskatchewan contributes to a sustainable food system while boosting its own agricultural economy. So next time you enjoy a delicious lentil soup or salad, remember that Saskatchewan plays a key role in bringing those wholesome ingredients to your table. Guess what really drives this millionaire to clean streets? A millionaire from China, who once experienced the lap of luxury, now dedicates her time to working as a street cleaner for just $228 a month. This surprising choice stems from her deep desire to teach her children the importance of hard work and humility. By engaging in this manual labor, she hopes to instill in them a sense of respect for all jobs, no matter how humble they may seem. It's a bold move that challenges common perceptions of wealth and success, showing that true value lies not in riches, but in character. Every day she steps out with a broom in hand, demonstrating that real fulfillment comes from hard work and dedication. This inspiring story encourages us to reconsider our own views on wealth and the dignity of every profession. What lessons could we all learn from her remarkable example? Ever wondered how military recruits build resilience? At the Piazza training facility, recruits face high-stress situations designed to toughen their mental game. One unique aspect of their training involves exposure to controlled gas environments, which may sound intense but actually plays a vital role in their development. This method promotes not only physical healing, but also deep, restorative sleep, helping recruits bounce back from challenging experiences. By putting their minds and bodies through rigorous training, these future soldiers learn to remain calm and effective in emergencies. The ultimate goal is to cultivate psychological resilience, ensuring they can confidently handle whatever comes their way. As they learn to manage stress and adapt, these recruits are not just becoming physically fit, they are also developing the mental toughness needed for a successful military career. Isn't it fascinating how science can enhance training techniques? Let's uncover the truth about GPS adjustments in Australia. In 2017, Australia made a significant change by adjusting all GPS coordinates by 1.8 meters. This adjustment was necessary due to the slow but steady movement of the Australian plate, which drifts northward at a rate of 7 centimeters every year. Since the last GPS update in 1994, this steady shift has led to a noticeable gap between where things were and where they are now. To ensure that all GPS data is precise, the Geoscience Australia team recalibrated the coordinates across the entire continent. This means that if you were using a GPS device or mapping app while traveling in Australia, the location you see now is more accurate than ever. With the updated coordinates, navigation becomes easier and more reliable, helping everyone from casual travelers to emergency services reach their destinations safely and efficiently. Isn't it fascinating how even tiny movements beneath our feet can make such a big difference? Most people don't know this, but cyanobacteria changed Earth forever. These tiny, simple organisms are a type of bacteria that emerged around 2.8 billion years ago, making them the oldest known living systems on our planet. What makes cyanobacteria truly remarkable is their ability to perform photosynthesis, the process in which they convert sunlight into energy while releasing oxygen as a byproduct. This wasn't just important for their survival, it had a profound impact on Earth's atmosphere. Before cyanobacteria appeared, the atmosphere had very little oxygen, making it difficult for most life forms to thrive. As they flourished in oceans and shallow waters, they pumped vast amounts of oxygen into the air, gradually transforming our planet into a place where complex life could eventually evolve. Today, cyanobacteria are still vital, contributing to ocean ecosystems and influencing climate patterns. Isn't it incredible how such small organisms can have such big effects? Here's a wild fact about George Washington's dentures. Many people think that America's first president wore wooden teeth, but the truth is far stranger and more fascinating. Washington's dentures were actually made from a combination of materials, including elephant ivory and walrus tusks. Crafting dentures from these materials offered a level of durability and comfort that wooden teeth could never provide. This surprising choice reflects the medical practices of the 18th century, where dental care was rudimentary at best. Washington, who struggled with dental issues throughout his life, had several sets of dentures made, each designed to improve his biting ability and overall comfort. It's interesting to note that the use of animal materials for dentures was fairly common, but very few people today would guess that the leader of the American Revolution relied on such exotic sources for his dental needs. So next time you think about Washington, remember that his smile was supported by ivory and tusks, not wood. What else is hiding behind historical misconceptions? Did you know about the espresso martini's unique ingredients? This delicious cocktail blends the rich flavors of vodka and freshly brewed espresso, offering a delightful pick-me-up in a glass. The traditional recipe calls for vodka, coffee liqueur, and a touch of sugar, creating a harmonious balance between refreshing and stimulating. As it's served in a martini glass, the drink often features a foamy layer of cream on top, making it visually appealing and inviting. The invention of the espresso martini is attributed to a London bartender named Dick Bradsell in the 1980s, who created it for a customer looking for something invigorating. Today, this cocktail remains a popular choice in bars worldwide, perfect for anyone wanting a delicious drink that combines the love for coffee with a bit of a buzz. So whether you're enjoying it on a night out or trying it at home, the espresso martini is sure to impress coffee lovers and cocktail enthusiasts alike. Have you heard of the self-marriage trend? Celogamy is a fascinating practice where people ceremonially marry themselves to celebrate self-love and emotional independence. Although it isn't legally recognized, celogamy is growing in popularity, especially among women in the United States and Japan. This unique ceremony allows individuals to focus on their own happiness and personal development, reinforcing the idea that self-acceptance is crucial. Participants often wear beautiful attire, exchange vows, and even make promises to nurture themselves. They might include friends and family in the festivities, turning it into a joyous occasion filled with love and support. As society shifts towards embracing mental health and self-care, celogamy stands out as a symbol of empowerment. This rising trend sparks conversations about the importance of loving oneself before seeking love from others. So, is marrying yourself the ultimate act of self-affirmation? It seems like a beautiful way to honor your journey and commitment to yourself. Is it really true that some fish can walk? The pinky-handed fish proves that the ocean holds some incredible surprises. Found in the chilly deep waters near Tasmania, Australia, this unique species uses its modified fins that look like hands to navigate the seafloor. Unlike typical fish that swim gracefully through the water, the pinky-handed fish drags itself along the sandy bottom, moving slowly and somewhat clumsily. This fascinating creature showcases an unusual adaptation that helps it thrive in its cold, dark environment. By using its hand-like fins, it can search for food, avoiding the competition above and remaining safe from predators. This quirky mode of movement gives it a special place in the underwater world. So next time you think about fish, remember that some prefer strolling over swimming. Did you know that trees can defend themselves? Trees are more than just beautiful parts of our landscape. They have impressive defense mechanisms that help them survive threats from insects and animals. Take the acacia tree, for example. When faced with herbivores trying to munch on its leaves, it releases tannins that make its foliage toxic and unappetizing. Then there's the fascinating dragon's blood tree, which responds to damage by oozing bright red sap, creating a physical barrier against further harm. But the clever adaptations don't stop there. Some trees also emit volatile organic compounds, which are chemical signals that attract predators of the pests attacking them. These strategies show us that trees aren't just passive organisms, they actively adapt to their environment for survival. So next time you stroll through a forest, remember that the trees around you might be quietly battling their own challenges. Is it really true that small requests can lead to big sales? The foot-in-the-door technique is a clever strategy used in sales that relies on human psychology. It starts with a simple request like asking someone to sign a petition or try a free sample. By agreeing to this smaller favor, people are more likely to say yes to a bigger ask later on, such as purchasing a product or making a donation. This method works because once someone has committed to something small, they feel a sense of obligation to maintain consistency. Think about it. If you've agreed to try a free trial, you might feel more inclined to buy the full product later. Salespeople use this tactic effectively, often without us even realizing it. Whether it's in stores, online, or through fundraising, understanding this technique can help us become more aware consumers and make better choices. Is it really true that comets are so dark? Surprisingly, comets only reflect about 4% of the light that hits them, making them appear quite dim against the backdrop of space. This low level of reflectivity is one reason why these celestial visitors look so dark and mysterious as they travel through the solar system. However, when comets approach the sun, they begin to display stunning bright tails that can stretch for millions of kilometers. This transformation occurs because the sun's heat causes the comet's icy nucleus to sublimate, releasing gas and dust that form the glowing tail. It's a fascinating contrast, the dark body of the comet itself versus the bright, shimmering tails that capture our imaginations. Comet tails can even change direction depending on solar winds, creating a spectacular visual display. So the next time you hear about a comet visiting our skies, remember that its dark core is just a small part of the story, overshadowed by the brilliant spectacle it creates as it dances around the sun. Unlocking the secrets of the Sassanian Empire. The Sassanian Empire, reigning over Persia from 224 to 651 CE, was a powerhouse of politics and culture in the ancient world. It established Zoroastrianism as its official religion, centered around the worship of Ahura Mazda, the wise Lord of Light. This belief system introduced the idea of duality, good versus evil, that didn't just shape their society, but also laid the groundwork for later religions like Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Imagine a time when ideas flowed like rivers, shaping nations and beliefs. The Sassanian Empire's accomplishments in art, architecture, and governance left a lasting impact, influencing neighboring cultures and the course of history. Their grand cities, intricate sculptures, and advances in science testify to their vibrant civilization. Have you ever wondered how these ancient beliefs permeated into today's world? Let's uncover the truth about presidential records. Did you know that William Howard Taft holds the title for the heaviest president in the history of the United States? Weighing in at over 330 pounds, or about 150 kilograms, Taft's size was notable not just for its enormity, but also because it presented unique challenges for his lifestyle and presidency. Imagine the logistics of fitting into a bathtub designed for average-sized individuals. Meanwhile, Franklin D. Roosevelt made history as the first president to grace the television screen, debuting in April 1939 at the World's Fair in New York. This groundbreaking moment not only showcased Roosevelt's charisma, but also paved the way for future presidents to connect with the public through this emerging medium. It's fascinating to think about how these two figures shaped the office in distinctly different ways, isn't it?